Hi everyone, I just wanted to get started on drawing. I want to show you how I started on the sketch from blank canvas, starting off with a portrait. In this case, I'm going to be drawing the Joker. I start off by doing the shape of the head, which is doing a circle and place it in half on both directions, and then to get started on sketching the Joker. So what I'm doing is right now is I'm gonna split the half of the circle into another half. Second half of the bottom part of the circle, which will help me determine where I'm going to be placing the eyes of the character and the eyebrows. So in this case, since the Joker is exaggerated with a different feature as a comic book character, I'm going to be exaggerating the distance from the top and the bottom. This will help you place the eyes and the eyebrow and get started on the face to place everything in its proper area. So this is the base of the formula to start your graphic art. So here we go, get started. What I'm going to do is make the lines lighter. Now you probably won't be able to see much of it. I made it dark enough so you can see what I was forming here. Now, using these light guidelines from the background helps me determine where the eyes of the character is going to be, or how long the character is going to be as far as the distance of the face. So I'm going to pull back a little bit, and I'm going to get started on it. Okay, so you might have lost a little of the line there. So as you see, the bottom of the lines that I made center is where your point of where the eye of the character will fall. So normally you make a regular realistic form, but since we're making a character, we are going to exaggerate part of these shapes that we are placing here for the eyes. Since it's exaggerated, your eyes in the center also is somewhat closer. Usually you have an eye shape that measures one eye in the middle and then the other side, so you can find the distance between. But since this is, like I said, a character, and it's exaggerated, this is how we wind up doing it. And since this is the Joker, so we're going to exaggerate a lot part of him to see how his features will come out. We can exaggerate the eyes any which way we desire, because this is not realistic. So we determine where the eyebrows are going to be and the eyes are going to be when we start off. Now, the character is chin and the side of his face usually starts off from the top line of the character. And since we're going to exaggerate this character's face, we're going to make the side cheeks and the chin very exaggerated. Not exactly even, but it will be. So we follow through with the line, the center, and here to here. Okay, so we're exaggerating the nose, we get a long nose, and if we're exaggerating the mouth, so the mouth will start from here, up to there. Which will actually help us form the shape of the cheek, which is exaggerated once again. Forgive me if I stop talking as I draw. I tend to get into it and just determine how I want to place different areas. Since the Joker is very exaggerated, I'm trying to determine how long I want his chin to be, to get the basic shape of the character. Like, for instance, the ears, I could exaggerate the ears more here at this point and bring them out. Make them look more how should I say it, funny looking, evil, basically I'm just doing this to show you how I got started on the sketch. Then follow through here. My own Joker further exaggeration of character. The ear, measure, distance. Usually when I go in first and towards the cheek bone to determine how the inside part I want to create the ear, and basically place it somewhere exaggerated again, that word. And this part is basically the inside shading of the part of the ear. Just trying to put it down as a placement. And this is mainly to show you the basics of your drawing. Let's call it like an outline of what you want to create. So you know where to darken and how to shade in once you're ready. And you think your piece of the art, piece of art that you're ready to ink or to darken in the areas which you are happy with. So I'm going to continue here, which is where you're going to put the hairline. And he seems to be like going in a V shape, so by the time he gets to the top, his forehead and his hair will be shaped like a V. So mainly you make the line of the hair come from here to here. It's basically how you decide you want to, how your creation of Joker will come out. I think that's a pretty good exaggeration. And I'll do basically the same on the other side. And maybe do it a little bit lower to give him a different look, not exactly the same, but you will give it your own style. Okay, see, now you have your basics. Since I want to make his nose exaggerated, or I can as far as the way that it's the other side out here, and then here is where you come form the cheek towards the mouth area, which allows you to create a shadow underneath the cheek. far as the teeth is concerned, you kind of this guy is the Joker, and he's pretty evil. So you give him these weird shaped teeth, but you make yourself like a half an oval, basically, so that it looks like the teeth are getting smaller as it goes back. You follow that line that you created to put in the rest of your teeth. Now these are a little neat, but and you want to make it gruesome and more like, for instance, like a vampire's teeth. You put in the sharpness wherever you want to make it look like a vampire, like that. But this is a Joker. It's not a vampire. So to continue that part, see this part area here is the block area. It's going to be dark and black shadows. Then you continue with the bottom teeth, which they're going to disappear underneath the top of the teeth. So you will show a portion, which is basically also like another oval underneath the top teeth. Forgot to cut the bottom off because you have to show the gums of your character. So later on you will do the details. This is letting me know where I'm going to place the teeth. And like I said, later on you will exaggerate and put the details. For now you just put like a shading to indicate where you're going to stop and where you're going to darken in the bottom areas of and the inside of the mouth. It's forming into something here. The other side of the cheek. I'm liking the way that's turning out. Well, since the Joker's hair is not exactly neat, so you can exaggerate little curls and little shapes of his hair, but mainly shaped as to what you have in the background. So the top part of it comes this way, maybe out. So this is just to determine how far your curls, or which way your curls are going to go. For instance, like this. So you give yourself a stop line. like basically here. Strand of the hair coming out, curling in front. But don't just, I mean, right now it's just a penciling, so it's just, there's no exact guideline. When you get to the point where you want to decide that you like the way that line came out, or you want to keep that line, you darken in that area. Basically how to start a character using the basic circle and using this form. You can create as many characters as you want. This is an exaggerated character. Again, if it was a regular character, realistic I should say, mainly the eyes, like I was telling you before, are the same shape. You could fit 3 eyes in this simple shape here. Like your eyes are like from point to here. Let's say this is the distance. There has to be another shape in the middle, and then from here to here. That way your eyes is placed centered correctly and evenly spaced. This is not realistic. This is exaggerated. So now I will do more exaggerations, which you can see here in the details, which I was telling you before. Gotta make sure you put in the gums of the character. That way it kind of makes him look more gruesome and more evil, more basically. And the Joker has like a clown face. So you're going to exaggerate the lips of the character. Now, because this is just a quick sketch, again, I'm trying to determine where I'm going to put the lips, how far I'm going to place the lips. And the cheeks. Okay, at this point, you don't need this center line. You don't need any of that stuff. It should just fade out. have to like pull back occasionally to determine the placements properly of both sides of the face. Yeah, eventually, once you practice it, you'll get a character with the details. At this point, I have my basics. Then I can do lots of details as far as shadows, cross hatching, different techniques to make your character pop out, and with more exaggerations like wrinkles and the bent of the eye, if it's blinking or he's doing, you know, let's see, grunting, or he's making other faces. You can do the wrinkle of his forehead over here, up here, exaggerate it, make it go on to the back, make a wrinkle on the, make him look more vicious and more evil. Which he's really the bad guy. So this is kind of exaggerated, but you get my point. You can actually just do like an indication of it. It's all in what you decide you want to place as a wrinkle, where you want to put a wrinkle, like a line here. You know, sometimes you take a picture of yourself making different faces and squinting your eyes and see how the shapes and the wrinkles in your face look. In this instance, you're making shadows depending where you want the light to come from. You place your shadows and but first you place in the main parts of it, which would be the eyebrows, which is the darkest part of the character.
I decided to make the video go a little faster to shorten the time. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.